Welcome to Alchemy, the podcast for HR professionals who are ready to experience what's possible from the inside out. I'm your host, Sara Maude, former HR insider and transformational coach. And I'm here to guide you into a new paradigm of HR leadership with the science, the energy, and the insights that create true, lasting transformation. So subscribe and join the movement, and let's create the future of HR together. Back to Alchemy. And today's episode is all about confidence. So I want you to take a moment, and if it's okay with you and you're in a place that you can do this, I want to invite you to just close your eyes for a moment and just imagine or picture or simply just get a sense that tonight when you go to bed, it's as if this miracle has happened and you wake up tomorrow brimming with confidence. That you go about your day just radiating confidence. That everybody that you come into contact with, that you interact with, they feel this confidence just exuding from you. That you're just vibrating at this level of confidence, this frequency of confidence, that this feeling of confidence, it's locked in to every muscle, every tissue, every fiber, every cell, every molecule, and it feels alive. It feels amazing. And I wonder what would let you know that that miracle had taken place? If you were to just imagine yourself tomorrow with this feeling of confidence, how would you start your day? How would you dress? How would you show up for work? How would you navigate through your day? How would you show up in meetings? Maybe you'd be more assertive. Maybe you'd be saying what it is that you really think. Maybe you'd be asking more questions. How would you be holding yourself? What would your body language be like? How does it feel inside your body with this feeling of confidence? How would you address your to-do list? Maybe you'd be powering through that to-do list. How would you take care of yourself during the day? What would you be doing with this feeling of confidence that you wouldn't otherwise be doing? And just imagine that in whatever way feels right for you. There's no wrong answers, there's no right answers. But just imagining this you, this version of you, with this feeling of confidence running through you. And then whenever you're ready, just bringing yourself back into the here and into the now. Now, this topic of confidence is a big one, and it's one that I've encountered with hundreds and hundreds of individuals who've sought my help and said, I just really want to feel more confident in myself. I want to feel more confident to go after opportunities in the workplace. I want to feel confident about my capability. I want to feel confident about how I come across, how I present. And my question to these individuals has been, well, what lets you know that you're not already confident? And they kind of sort of have this moment of confusion on their face and say, well, because I don't really feel it. I don't really feel confident, or I've had my confidence knocked. I feel like my confidence is being depleted. I've lost my confidence. That's the one I hear a lot. I've lost my confidence. Now, the truth is, the word confidence, it's a nominalization. It means different things to different people. But what I absolutely know to be true, from having spent over a decade working one-to-one with people, having had front row seats into the minds of hundreds of people, is that confidence is your natural state. Confidence is absolutely something you are born with. And just like peace, just like clarity, creativity, love, joy, happiness, confidence is part of your innate well-being. You have an innate confidence. Now take babies as a really simple example. Babies, they have to overcome a lot of obstacles. You, as a child, as a baby, had to overcome a lot of obstacles. But you don't second guess whether you're confident enough to crawl or to explore or learn to walk or talk. And there would have been lots and lots and lots of times when you were learning to walk that you probably fell over and had to get up and start again. But you never gave up. You never questioned your ability to do that. And that's pure confidence in motion. But it can feel to some that confidence is something that eludes them, or that they've lost their confidence, or that they need something outside of them to feel confident. And what we call a lack of confidence is never a real lack. It's simply the experience of believing insecure thoughts. And it's those insecure thoughts that, well, they get in the way of us experiencing our true nature, the truth of who we really are. Because in my view, confidence is just an absence of insecure thinking. But a lot of people, they've created this misunderstanding about what's creating their confidence. So I heard an HR director say very recently that when she has a good working relationship with a CEO, then that makes her confidence stronger. She has greater levels of confidence because of that relationship with the CEO. But actually, that's an illusion. It might look like the feeling of confidence is coming from the relationship. But the fact is she's just not as much in her head. She's not questioning the relationship. She's not doubting the relationship. She's not wondering, what if? She's just experiencing far less insecure thinking about the relationship. She's experiencing far less thought. And so when we don't have all of that insecure thinking going round and around and around, well, we naturally drop into that innate confidence. That innate confidence that is always there. But the moment that you believe that confidence is coming from something outside of you, well, then it becomes this almost sort of phantom that you've got to go chasing. It reminds me of the I'll be happy when type thinking. I'll be happy when I've got a better relationship with my CEO. I'll be happy when things calm down at work. I'll be happy when it gets to the weekend. But the truth is, we can all feel happy right now. The only thing that's getting in the way of us experiencing that is our focus of attention. Is us paying attention to the noise in our mind. And confidence is exactly the same. You can experience feeling confident right now. But you've got to look at where are you placing your focus of attention. Because if you're placing your focus of attention on insecure thoughts, well, that is what's going to be creating your experience. But confidence is like the sun. We can't always see it, and I live in Scotland, I definitely can't always see the sun. But it doesn't mean it's not there. It's just obscured by the clouds. And our thoughts operate very much in the same way. Thoughts are just temporary mental interference. But if we're always getting in the way of ourselves, second guessing ourselves, if we believe that we've had a knock to our confidence or we've lost our confidence, then we're going to be looking in the wrong place for it. And if we're operating from a structure, from an identity of not feeling good enough, not feeling worthy, not feeling valuable, not feeling clever enough, whatever it is that we've created as an identity, which we all do, by the way. All of us came into this world and we created a sense of self. But more often than not, our sense of self is one that doesn't serve us. And so unless we've challenged that sense of self, unless we've restructured this sense of self, these beliefs that don't serve us, then it can feel like confidence is something that we have to work at. But it really isn't. It's just that we have these beliefs about ourselves that make it much trickier for us to access that innate confidence. And so if that resonates with you and you think, oh, I'd love to wake up tomorrow, Sara, exuding confidence, feeling confidence, radiating confidence, then I invite you to join me on either the 4th, 5th or 6th of November, where I'm going to be running the HR Reset. And the HR Reset are 90-minute transformational sessions where I am going to be deep diving into your unconscious mind to upgrade your identity, to upgrade your sense of self, to clear away these old structures around burnout and lack of confidence that are getting in the way of you owning your true power, owning your sovereignty. Now, you don't need to talk, you don't need to have your camera on, you don't need to do anything. You just need to show up for yourself and experience real transformation, deep transformation in real time. So if you're ready to start owning your power, to experience that innate confidence that's just waiting for you to give it permission to come out, then hop onto the link in the show notes and I can't wait to see you there.